Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I'll be budgeting my first paycheck of November, but as always, before I get started, I just want to thank all of my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you know when I upload. All right, let's get into it. So here is my sheet for the first paycheck, and these numbers were taken off of my plan for my monthly budget. So if you haven't checked out my monthly budget yet, highly recommend you go take a look at that so that you understand where I got my estimates from. But we will be budgeting my actual. All right, and now that we're all zoomed in, so this was my estimate based off of my approximately $900 paycheck, and my actual paycheck amount was $939. So it was pretty close. However, I am going to roll over some extra money from my cash envelopes because I had a little bit of money left over from my cash envelopes. I had $27 left over, so I am going to factor that into my budget, and that's gonna total up, let's see, to $966. So for my fixed expenses, this is the easy part. All of these were their correct amounts. So the total is $140, but we were working with a different starting amount. So $826 is what's left over to move into my next section, which is cash envelopes. Whenever you are done budgeting out all of your fixed expenses, you always want to budget out for your variable expenses before you start planning for savings, because you always want to make sure that you get your other needs met. And so I'm looking at these amounts that I budgeted for, and I actually think they all look pretty good. So I'm going to adhere to what I had budgeted for. 280, so 826 minus 280 will leave 546. So down here, so this is my new flow. In case you didn't see my monthly budget, I changed my worksheet flow. So I think in like a list format. So it's like left side down and then right side down. So after my fixed expenses and my variable expenses, my next financial priority is extra debt payments. So my snowball for the month, I budgeted $450. And with what I have, that is completely doable. So that will leave me with $96. Again, this is gonna be low income time for me. So any extra cash that I can save out of my envelopes here is really gonna help me in the long run. Because here I was only able to save $20 for Christmas, but I think what I'll do is I can take this 27, save that for Christmas, and I have to, because I can only go to an ATM, I can only do cash in increments of 20. So I guess what I'll do here is I have the 27, 96 minus 27, so it's 69. So that means I can do 60 plus my 27 that I have here. So I can do 87 on that. And that would be 27 that I already have in cash, and then $60 that I'll have to pull out of the ATM when I go to do my cash stuffing. And all my other savings categories will be 0 because my current saving priority, if I am able to save, is for my Christmas fund. So envelope total 87 minus 96 would be $9 left over. And this extra money I could leave in my my checking account cushion if I wanted to. I have a bills checking account that I started when I was saving ahead for my rent when I knew I was moving out. And I'm going to be keeping that as like emergency like utilities fund, I guess, because of this low income that I have right now. In case something happens and I don't have enough income to make ends meet, I can just pull from that checking account. So I'm just going to toss that $9 into the checking account, and that's going to zero out my budget. And for all intents and purposes, I just like to see if I went over or under in certain categories. So I had a surplus of $39 and a surplus of $27, which is a surplus of $66. So I was actually pretty close in estimating my income there. So all of these were very accurate. So yeah, because pretty much that surplus money that I had went straight into the Christmas fund. So even here, I didn't put any extra money in cash envelopes because I took it out of my cash envelopes from last month to put into savings. And I didn't throw any of that extra savings towards debt either. It pretty much came out here where I had a deficit of 67. So I had a surplus of 66, a deficit of 67, so I was -1. But then I budgeted 10 and I did 9, so I was +1. So that's how it's going to zero out. And then towards the bottom of the page, I did make myself a little section here for like notes and stuff so that I don't have to like go back and look through the numbers as much to see what I had already accomplished. So my snowball, I did 450 out of 450. So that's 100% to goal for the month. And for Christmas, I did 87 out of 150. So let's just get a percentage on that really quick. 58%. And I wasn't able to put anything in sinking funds, which I'd kind of already budgeted for this month. So if I can save in my sinking funds, that's just a little bonus for me if I can save any extra money outside of my Christmas fund. So we're going to put that back, and then I do want to go into this page here because I can save $87. I just want to see how many weeks of that I can take off from here. So if I do, I can do 30 plus 30 is 60 plus 25 is 85. Yeah, so I'm going to check those weeks off. So and then the 30 and then the 30. So I was still able to save 3 weeks out of the challenge off of this paycheck, so that's really not bad at all. So yeah, that was my November paycheck number 1 budget. Very short, sweet, and to the point. I don't have a lot of income to work with, unfortunately, so I did what I could with it, and I hit my snowball goal for the month already and was still able to save a little over 50% of my Christmas savings goal. So we're already off to a great start so far. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and I hope to see you in the next video. So peace out.